want to understand how that branding kind of, you conceive the idea about
mind your tongue. Okay, so mind your tongue when you ask me these questions. No, but it's actually the first reaction we get, when we even talk to our customers, because it sounds very rude, right?
Yeah.
So one of the feedback I've gotten, Manisha, it's a very rude, crude name, but you have to understand it from our point of view, because for me, mind your tongue means watch what you eat.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a little story which I was wanting to tell you as well.
Yes.
My youngest daughter was born with a rare genetic disorder, which is called spinal muscular atrophy. For many years, this progressive muscular disease, it's a genetic disease, it had no cure. It was deemed as terminal. So for me, it was like last 12 years has been like taking one day at a time, trying to spend quality time for children. You know what happens when you're told that your child is not going to be there with you forever, right? But anyway, how it all started out was being an architect by profession, turning into a foodpreneur was a very, very sudden change for me. And I had actually no affinity for the kitchen. One hospitalization was so bad for Kia that she was hospitalized for close to 11 days. But me and my mom that day when we were sitting in the night, my mother was asking me, Manisha, how are you going to now manage the situation, your job, the finances, we had loans at that point of time and all of that. And she gave me the idea, why don't you start taking tuitions and, start, I'll cook for, the food, but why don't you start selling dabbas? So that's how the idea got planted. And it was my mother who started cooking actually.
Oh, okay.
And I used to be the delivery person and the marketing person and everything rolled into one, the operations person. So that's how I think I put a break on the venture, and mind your tongue stuck on, So it started from the hospital room. Okay. It started with a vengeance, I was very angry that night.
Yeah.
And I actually coined that, the name without thinking about who would feel how. For me internally it was like, because I didn't mind, our tongue, my daughter was on the hospital bed, and food was one of the biggest reasons why that had happened.
Coming to the next one, obviously, when we talk about different chefs coming onto this platform, so I'm sure every, all the chefs have their own specialities and they have their own forte, but then could you just tell me some, 3-4 star performers of your menu who
so I tell
feel
you
that always get repeat orders or maybe get sold out fast?
See, it's again, it's very differently managed here. Okay, so one, after the pandemic, when I started Mind Your Tongue 2.0 is what I call it. I started getting the licenses in place. I do not work with people who don't have their licenses. I don't do a kitchen inspection personally, and I understand whether they are cooking themselves or is it a cook they have employed. So I'm a bit particular about that. Yeah. So apart from this, what we've done this time is, if you have gone to our website, you'll see there are 13 cuisines.
I do. Yes.
So it keeps adding, and I'm only hoping we're able to get more cuisines added. So this time what I'm doing is, I'm not branding kitchens.
Oh, okay.
So if you pick on Fata Fati, for example, it's a Bengali cuisine.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean it's coming from one kitchen.
Got it.
Okay,
so that's going to be one.
It's going to be the cuisine.
Yeah.
It's going to be the cuisine. It's the name of the cuisine. So Handi Chowk is North Indian.
Okay.
Fata Fati is Bengali. Likewise, Dakshini is South. And I can have multiple home chefs contribute into that.
Absolutely.
So
it makes a lot of sense, because it's kind of widens your
exactly.
What is the biggest challenge that you kind of face in this kind of model? I think by far what I understand is logistics still remains a major.
Yes. So though they are delivery partners, etc., but the fact is that the surge pricing is a thing that worries us, because we take our payments in advance.
Absolutely.
And tomorrow, if I have to deliver a parcel to my client and I tell them, sorry, it just started raining, so the person is taking double 2x the amount that I had confirmed, they are not going to accept, which means that it's eating into somebody's margins.
Absolutely, that's what typically happens, because the surge pricing is, at the end of the day, you kind of end up paying from your own pocket.
And I think that part, so maybe somebody who can do food deliveries will understand that these are priorly committed amounts with the customers. So yet to figure out a very integrated system, but like I told you, it's taken 10 years for me to get till here.
Okay, so now when we're talking about the food and everything, so when you talk about a clientele who basically understands this kind of a model, So, has there been any specific anecdote which you would probably like to share? Of any customer which is, kind of.
Somebody actually told me ki, Manisha, what you guys do, it reminds me of this phrase that you are what you eat.
Absolutely.
And that stuck with me, So after Mind Your Tongue, this stuck to me. So you are what you eat. So today, if you are a happy person, right? If you are a healthy person and you are looking good, you're glowing and everything else, it's only because of what you are breathing in and what you are consuming.
And there are no two ways about it.
Everybody agrees, everybody in the world agrees. So that's how it is. So investors are not looking for your funds unless you are not asking me for volumes. In case there is anybody interested, I would love to have a conversation. Yeah.
Those of whom you are watching this video, so please stay tuned and like and follow Curry and Karwan for more such interesting content. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, Manisha, for being on board.